You're a headliner!
Woo!
So I was reading the news a couple weeks ago. Kim Jong-un, he killed his uncle. He killed his uncle and fed his uncle to 12 dogs. You know, the leader of North Korea killed his uncle, fed him to dogs. And I've always heard about North Korea being a backwards country, but I never heard of them being so backwards that dogs are eating Asian people.
Yeah.
Now, I like where I live. I like Washington State. You know, we legalized marijuana. We legalized gay marriage, which is great, you know, because I have gay friends and we smoke pot with each other. And I was thinking about like opening up my own marijuana dispensary, but ran by just lesbians, you know. Lesbians are the ones that sell pot at my dispensary. Only lesbians. I was going to call it Carpet Munchies. Worked out pretty good there. Yeah, so like one of my closest people to me in my life is my little brother. He's gay. It's a true story. He came out to me I was the first person he told for years. I was the only person that knew. That's how close we were. But now that the whole family knows, he's more open to being gay. Like he watches extremely gay shows. Like he told me there's a new show on HBO which is like Sex in the City, but for gay guys. So I was like, oh, you mean butt Sex in the City? I like that one better than you guys did. No, like I like to smoke weed. I do like to smoke weed. But one thing we all hate about people who smoke cigarettes and smoke weed, we all have that one friend that's a lighter jacker. You know, the one that steals your lighters. We all hate that friend. And I had an idea. You know, I was at the grocery store and I realized I had this idea. So to get people to stop stealing my lighters, I would like tape a spoon to my lighter, because for some reason that stops you from stealing things like a pen. But it backfired, because instead of people stealing my lighters, all my friends think I have a heroin problem. Doesn't work out too good right there. And like, you know, I also like to drink too. Drinking is fun. One of my new drinks I like to drink now is scotch. Scotch takes a long time to make. And I figured out that a stoner probably came up with scotch. I think they invented scotch. Because like one day they were just smoking a bowl and just like, man, did we make something to drink 7 years ago? We should probably go check up on that. Probably sounds delicious. And I have like a little nephew. He's 1 year old. I love him to death. I teach him some things. I visit him every day. You know, I recently taught him how to eat a banana, but it kind of backfired because instead of me teaching him how to eat a banana, I taught him how to make awkward eye contact whenever the guy is eating a banana. My parents aren't really proud of that one. But no, like I love my little brother. You know, I love my nephew. I love my family here. I'm 28 years old. My 10-year high school reunion is coming up pretty soon, and it's a little ridiculous because I met like a classmate from like a few years ago, and she this is like actually 5 years ago to be exact. So she's 23, and she only had 4 kids. She had 4 kids. It's ridiculous. I don't have any. And she's all telling me, like, yeah, life's okay, but you know, it's all right. I got to take depression medications. So I'm curious, like, so who prescribes your depression medications to you? And she's like, well, I was like, are you seeing a primary care physician, you know, a main doctor, or like a psychiatrist? She's like, no, I get prescribed by my gynecologist. Now, ladies, I'm a guy. I didn't realize until 5 hours later in my day, when I looked it up at home, that a gynecologist can prescribe you depression medications. You know, it makes sense because, like, you know, postpartum depression. I didn't think about that at that time. But for that 5 hours, when I didn't know about postpartum depression, I thought an appointment went something like this. Wow, man, that is the saddest looking vagina I've ever seen. You need to take these pills. You're seriously about to make me cry. You should snort these pills right now. Yeah, so one of my favorite holidays out there. My favorite holidays is Halloween. I love Halloween. My last Halloween wasn't very fun. Kind of, you know, I like to go out there, I like to drink a little bit, but it kind of sucks because I got pulled over. The officer pulled me over, and it was like the worst, you know, like pulling over experience for me ever because the cop made fun of my costume. He made fun of how I parked my car, and how I was slurring my words, and my breath smelled like alcohol. And you know, I had my bag of candy with me because it was Halloween, and I was like, you know what, officer, here's a Snickers. He's like, excuse me, young man? He's like, yeah, you're a real dickhead when you're hungry. He didn't find that funny, so he just threw me out the car. I'm like, crap, I'm wasted, now I have to run. But I still had my bag of candy with me at that point. I ate a Twix because I needed a minute. And that didn't work either. You know? The absolute worst part of my night, I went to jail, and my cellmate actually stuck a Reese's peanut butter cup in my ass. Which is okay, because there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's. It was funny fun, guys. You guys were very, very funny. So I was watching The Karate Kid. And I realized that movie's kind of weird. It's about a kid who gets beat up. The original Karate Kid, not the new Jaden Smith bullshit. The original Karate Kid. It's about a guy who gets beat up all the time, and he wants to learn how to fight. So his creepy neighbor, who lives by himself, he's like, you know what, I'm going to teach you how to fight, but first, you need to wash my car and take your shirt off. That's what you need to do. And do some chores around my house and not tell your mom. And he does it, too. He does it. Like the whole time, he's like, yeah, wax off, but yeah, wax off. Yeah, it's good. And it's kind of weird, like, you know, he does it. Does it the entire time. And like the thing the movie's trying to teach us, like, yeah, if you do chores, you can be unstoppable at fighting. And at that point I learned I'm never going to fuck with any of those guys outside of Home Depot. Those guys are unstoppable. Speaking of Mexicans, good transition, I know. I went to Mexico, and I was driving around, and I realized the carpool lane's a little bit different over there. Their carpool lane requires 17 people. It's a little racist, I got it. The cars are a little bit different than the ones in America. Like, my car is pretty cool. It has voice sync activation. I love it to death. It means you can say something to your car, and your car will do it. For example, I'll be like, play Bob Marley. I'll play some Bob Marley. I'll say, play Snoop Dogg. I'll play some Snoop Dogg. The other day, my little sister was in the back seat arguing with her friends because I was driving them around. She's 16 years old. She's like, Twilight this, Justin Bieber that. And I was getting annoyed. I was like, ugh, fucking 16-year-olds. Then my car played some R. Kelly. Thank you very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's how it rolls here at Last Comedy Spot. That is our last performer of the night. We've got